The guy, do you know what it is? We wouldn't have. And Mizzy wouldn't have blamed him either. This is one thing that the guys firmly believe in. Anything you do,
we understand the precaution.
You are doing it.
Yeah.
Before you do what you do,
just know there's gonna be a backlash or a positive.
See, already the side eyes have started.
Come back to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, he knows either way there could have been a good one.
He's clearly very annoyed here. Let's keep watching.
Or a bad one, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know it was going to be this bad, you see what I'm saying?
Before you do what you do,
think, bro. Think 3 times and do it once.
Again, he's done it again.
Before you do what you do,
think. Yeah. Just think. Everyone just think, bro, because it looks fun and the clout looks fun.
Let me land. Before you do what you do, you know what you're doing.
He got interrupted so many times, he literally forgot his point completely. And I have met so many people who are exactly like this. No awareness whatsoever. There is nothing more annoying and frustrating than not being able to convey your point in a conversation. That's the whole point of a conversation, to convey what you want to say onto the other person. And if you feel like you can't do that with somebody, you're not going to want to speak to them because they're constantly interrupting, they're not letting you get your point across, etc. However, the opposite is also true. If you feel like you can really convey what you want to say to the other person, you're going to want to speak to them more and more and more and more. It's as simple as that. Very logical.
You may have heard the saying, people love the sound of their own voice. And that couldn't be more true. Even scientifically, you release dopamine when you talk about something you like or something you're passionate about. Meaning you can literally get addicted to talking to someone. Yes, people can literally become addicted to talking to you. But for that, you need to master the art of listening. Not hearing, listening. There's a very stark contrast between the two. Hearing is unconscious. The sound is penetrating your ears. There's nothing that you can do about it. Listening, however, requires active focus, energy. And it's when you give that energy to people that they truly feel heard.
You master the art of actively listening and you automatically build a deeper connection with whoever you're speaking to. There's a saying that God gave you 2 ears and a mouth for a reason. It's because you're meant to listen twice as much as you speak. And that doesn't necessarily mean you never speak. It means that you need to know when to add to the conversation. You need that equilibrium. The aim is to make them feel heard, right? So if you don't speak enough, it's almost as though you're not adding anything to the conversation. You don't truly care. You're not really engaged. But if you speak too much, it's as though you don't really want to hear their point of view and you just want to talk as much as possible. So you need that equilibrium and you need that balance.
So let's break it down then. How can you become a better listener? Most of you are bad listeners because it's a skill you've never practiced. Whenever you listen, you're probably thinking, do I agree? Do I disagree? What do I reply? In other words, the attention is focused on you. To truly become a better listener, the attention needs to shift to the speaker, because then and only then do you really understand what they're saying. You understand the meaning behind the words.
I listened to his story, and after that I had a question. I said, Abilio, help me understand here. What do you really want? And he said, well, I want the stock at a certain price. I want, the company headquarters. I want the elimination of the non-compete clause. And he gave me a list. But I, as I listened, heard something deeper there that was unspoken. So I asked him, Abilio, you're a man who seems to have everything. What are these things really going to give you? What do you most want in your life? And he paused for a moment and thought about it. And finally he said, freedom. I want my freedom. I want to be free to pursue my business dreams, and I want to be free to spend time with my family. That was it. I was hearing the human being behind the words, not just the champion businessman. And so once we were clear about his deepest need, then the negotiation itself, while challenging, became a lot easier.
Truly listening to someone means empathizing with them on that deeper level and building that connection with them. That's why asking the right questions is a crucial part of listening. And as you can see there, he asked, what do you really want? He pried that little bit deeper. Another thing is your body language. When listening, almost always your body language reveals how you truly feel. However, if you're conscious about it, you can use it to portray any emotion you want, interest included. For example, if I'm sat listening to you whilst leaning forward, making direct eye contact and nodding every once in a while, Compared to if I'm slouched back a little bit, maybe fidgeting with my arm, bouncing my leg a little bit and looking around the room, you get two completely different feels for the listener. In one, he's really engaged, he's really captivated by what you're saying. In the other, he's almost a bit agitated and he just wants you to finish speaking. He clearly does not care and he's not interested. Learning how to listen will undoubtedly make you someone who's more magnetic. It'll mean people want to talk to you more and be around you more. But guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.